Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a plank workout for beginners. So we're going to start off with some accessible ways to build your core strength so you can move into traditional planking work. We're going to start off in a 4-point kneeling position. And I'll just mention that a starting position with a 4-point kneeling is traditionally here with a really big bend in your wrist that might be uncomfortable for some people. So I have a rolled up yoga mat, and I'm going to go ahead and bring my palms to that yoga mat so that I can adjust the bend of my wrist here. I can roll my hands forward a little bit and soften that bend in my wrist. Good. So 4-point kneeling, I've got my belly nice and active here. I'm going to take one leg and bring it back. I'm going to tuck the toes under and find a really straight line from the top of my head through that foot that's back there. Now my weight is in my knee that is resting on the floor. I'm going to get a fresh inhale, and I'm going to exhale to lighten the knee and shift weight to my foot. So I'm going to drive the heel back, and then I'm going to resist away from the floor in my upper body, and I'm holding a very simple plank. I'm going to shift the weight back to my knee and take a break. If that felt like a lot of strain on your low back, let's go ahead and make sure we're activating our abs for our next one. Fresh inhale. Exhale, press through the foot as we lighten the weight on our knee, and then that knee hovers. And I'm thinking about pulling my belly button up towards my spine, and I'm going into a little bit of spinal flexion here. Good, we can lower ourselves down. Find a fresh inhale. Exhale one more time, shifting weight back into that heel, hovering my knee up, and you feel lots of work through the chest and shoulders and back. As I do, go ahead and bring that knee down. Take a quick rest. We've got 2 more. Fresh inhale. Exhale to hover. Good. Resist away from the floor. Pull the belly button towards your spine. Drive weight back through that heel. Excellent work. Bringing it on down. We've got just 1 more to finish up this side. We're doing 5 per side. Fresh breath. Exhale. Lightening the knee, pressing through the long leg. Try to elongate your spine. Hold here for just a second longer. Fantastic. And bring it all down. Bring that knee in. Give yourself a quick break. Roll out your wrists. Excellent work. I hope you're finding this as a great way to start into planking, making it more accessible for those of us who are beginners. Okay, we're going to do the same thing but on the other side. So we're going to go ahead and bring those hands forward. Let me show another hand option. You could create a fist, and now your wrist is straight without that bend. So we could do this side with fists rather than palms down. I'm going to go ahead and start off with my 4-point kneeling. From here, I'm going to take my other leg, my left leg back, tuck the toes under, and then push the heel back just a little bit. Fresh inhale to start. We're going to exhale and hover the floor, knee up. Try to create a long line through your spine. Check and make sure your head's not hanging forward. Try to lift it up and hold. Good. Release yourself down. It's a quick break. Fresh inhale. Exhale to resist away from the floor. Good. Can you squeeze your quad, your thigh muscle, on your lengthened leg side? And bringing that down. We're getting ready for number 3. Inhale to start. Exhale to press up. From here, belly button towards your spine should activate your abdominals and take fatigue and pressure away from your low back. Release that down. 2 more. Doing fantastic. I know it's a lot of work in the upper body. Fresh inhale. Exhale, let's hover it up. Activate the abs. Drive weight back through your heel. Resist away from the floor in your upper body. Bring it on down. Last one. Fresh inhale. Exhale, resist. Abs are tight. drive the heel back, resist away from the floor. Beautiful. Head is up. Yes, bringing it all down. Taking a quick break, roll out those wrists, stretch those fingers. Come down for a quick child's pose stretch. Good, and then bringing yourself forward. So again, you could continue using the rolled up towel or yoga mat, or just push that out of the way and we can move into our next exercise. We're gonna be in a forearm plank. So the forearms are down and they're parallel, or your hands are together, possibly clasped. We walk the knees back, and we're gonna call this our knee plank. Good, so from here, you wanna be in a nice straight line from your knees right up through the top of your head. So that means the hips aren't too high. We wanna bring them down to neutral, but we also wanna hollow the belly a little bit to make sure that our low back is not doing too much work. Good, so we're holding here. And from here, we're gonna go ahead and raise those hips up out of neutral and engage the abdominals in flexion. Good. From there, hips slide forward. We get a mini break here. We can kind of relax, regroup, fresh breath. Exhale to pull the belly button back, lift those thighs up and come into a little bit of spinal flexion. Activating the abs, you're also pushing through the arms. Bring yourself back down. Rest those hips. We've got 3 more here. Inhale. Exhale, pull the belly up. Good. Press those knees down as well as you resist the arms into the mat. And slide yourself back down to neutral. And then rest those hips. So we're in a little bit of extension of the spine now. Fresh breath. Exhale to pull the belly up. Hollow out the tummy. Resist away from the floor. Activate those abs. Are you feeling the quiver? I am definitely feeling a little quiver in my belly. Lower down, and it's our last one. A moment of break, recuperate. Exhale to press up. Good, squeeze those abdominals. Press away from the mat. And release on down. Fantastic work. Slide back for a quick stretch. Quick stretch here. Bring yourself forward. Our wrists did get a nice little break. We're gonna go ahead and bring those palms down. You could have your support if you need it. We're gonna tuck the toes under. And from here, a slight knee raise. Good, we just raise those knees up a bit and tap them down. You can get a fresh breath and then exhale to hover them back up. So we'll do about 5 of these, a gentle tap and a raise. Now, if you need a true break, feel free to let your knees come down and relax. Get a fresh breath and then exhale up for your next. If you're ready for a little bit more, just a tiny tap and a raise, and a tap and a raise. Ideally, our shoulders are right over our wrists and our knees are right below our hips. Good, last 2. And last one, exhaling up to tighten the abdominals and release down. So one more advancement here. If you're ready to move on, we can find a new wrist position. We're gonna raise those knees up and we do a slight twist to the hips, side to side. And it's a gentle twist. Keep those shoulders square to the floor as we rotate those knees. And we've got our last 3. Twist 2, good, twist 1, square up those knees, land it down. Excellent work. Good, so we're gonna move on. We're coming down to forearms on the floor, but this time our forearms are gonna be in a genie arm. So this just means that they're gonna be parallel right next to each other. We're coming up to our knee plank again. Fresh inhale. Exhale, raise those hips up and adjust your knees however you need to make sure that your shoulders are over your elbows. From here, I'm gonna bend my knees and hold plank. Activate your abs. We're gonna rotate to the side. So I am gonna rotate to face you, putting weight in my left elbow and rotating to be right here. So my knees are bent, I'm gonna take my top leg and bring it straight. I want to be in a perfectly straight line from my earlobe to my shoulder to my hip, knee, and ankle, making a long line there. So think about elongating your spine here, reaching through the crown of your head as well as through your foot. Good. And I'm gonna bring my arm up right behind my head. Little hip raises. We squeeze the hip up and we lower it down. And we squeeze up and lower. Just 3 more here. Good. Exhale to raise it up. 2 and 1. Good, bringing it down. We're gonna add a little rotation here. So we're gonna rotate, working into the obliques, a little twist and a raise. You decide how far forward you wanna rotate and then lift. Good, a little rotation. Feel those obliques engage as you rotate forward. And just 1 more here. A little rotation and a lift and hold. And bring that hip down. Raise yourself up. We're gonna swing our legs off to the other side. So we're gonna set ourselves up with the genie arms. And I'm gonna raise my hips up so that I can be in a knee plank. From here, I bend my legs, and I'm gonna bring weight to my right elbow and shoulder, and just rotate up. Good, so from here, my top leg is gonna come straight, and ideally my elbow's right under my shoulder. I'm gonna bend my arm behind my head. Good, and I'm gonna lower my hip and squeeze it up. So hip lower, hip raise. We exhale for the lift. And we've got 2 more here. Exhale. Good, and last one. Holding that hip up neutral. Let's rotate the elbow down, somewhere towards your hand, and raise, and rotate forward, and raise. You should feel the oblique squeeze in the abdominals. Good, last 2. Rotate, lift, rotate, lift, and hold. Awesome, bringing it down. We're gonna find our next plank, and this is going to be a full body plank. So, wrists are right under my shoulders. I'm gonna go ahead and stretch one leg back to straight. Get a fresh inhale. Exhale as the other leg back. So I'm in a typical, traditional, straight arm plank. And ideally here, my hips are not too high. But if your low back feels any fatigue and you need to adjust, hollow your belly, tuck your tail. Your hips are gonna go a little bit higher. Low back is in flexion here. Good, so we're just gonna hold in our plank and think through what our body's feeling. I'm resisting away from the floor through my arms, so my shoulders, my back, my chest, really working to keep me steady here. I'm also gonna pull my belly button up towards my spine, and that creates some extra work. Pushing back through my heels turns on my quads. And here we are holding a very strong plank. Are you quivering yet? If you are, you know you were just working hard and building that core strength that we're looking for. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and bring those knees down and slide back. Excellent work. So those were some great beginning exercises to help build core strength as we move into more challenging plank options. Let's go ahead and stretch our shoulders. So just a little shoulder release here. I'm resisting in with one arm, pressing out with the other. Excellent. Release for a little shoulder roll. And then the other arm across the front, creating some resistance here so that we get that nice shoulder release. Excellent work. And one more set of shoulder rolls. 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much for joining me for this beginner plank workout. I would encourage you to practice this 2 or 3 times a week if you're trying to build core strength that will allow you to do more creative planking options. If you enjoyed this workout, please like it and share it with a friend. Feel free to subscribe so that you'll be alerted to all future workouts that I post. Thanks for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.